The 4th of July was just a few days ago, and I drank a ton. So I want to make a cocktail that is non-alcoholic. And this is a cocktail from Trader Vic's. And I want to bring on a buddy of mine who I've been friends with for a long time, I worked with for a long time, I've played music with for a long time, and he has a brand new company called Ola Canvas. I would love to welcome onto the show my good friend, Andrew Atkinson. Hey, dude.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm very good. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I think we first met where?
I think it was through Hurley.
Through Hurley, yeah. You were like a cut and sew designer.
Yeah.
And I was in the graphic design department.
I kind of hit it off. Matt would always come to work playing his guitar. Actually, he had a guitar at his desk, which...
I wouldn't come to work playing the guitar. It sounds like I'm walking in like...
on his unicycle, come on in.
When I got the job, they kind of like said, if you play guitar, like you should have one at your desk.
Yeah, we had a free open environment. There's a lot of things that were acceptable during that time. A lot of things aren't acceptable these days, but right away became friends, I think, over music. And then through that, we ended up playing music together.
Similar music, surfing, all that stuff. Yeah, we went to Brazil together.
Yeah.
We played guitar.
Not with music.
Not with music. We played guitar for Joey Ramone's brother.
That's right, yeah.
Yep.
I think that was like for a cover band, that was the biggest claim of fame, to do a Ramones cover band and have Joey Ramone's brother sing the music.
In front of the original Ramones banner.
That's right.
With Arturo Vega, like the art director for the Ramones.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Working the lights.
That's right.
Do you remember that?
He actually did, yeah.
We were like in Brazil and like we were playing, can I even say this? KKK Took My Baby Away?
You can say that.
It's
your podcast.
It's a podcast.
Sorry, it's your
but the last, well, Andrew's a drummer with it. The last like bump, 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 and the lights just go doom. And it was like, of course they did. Like Arturo was running the lights.
It was a pretty amazing thing. In Brazil, they like to play shows a little later than they do here. I think it was like 2 a.m. when we started.
Was it?
Yeah, at Inferno. Remember that place?
Yeah.
We won't get into the details from that one, but...
It was late night.
Yeah.
You vanished for a while.
I did vanish for a while. I was a lot younger. It was 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Damn, dude, 20 years ago. But since then, like the surf industry has collapsed.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
we no longer work for Hurley or Volcom or O'Neill or any of the other brands that I worked for. You were pretty much at Hurley the whole time, right?
Yeah, I had a long legacy career there. Pretty much grew up in the company.
How many years was that?
15 years. So they had, I think it was from early 20s until about 5 years ago. So.
Hurley was a funny place because like all of a sudden there would be a guy like blasting through the offices on a BMX bike, like lit on fire.
Yeah.
Like literally lit on fire. Or you'd be like walking past like the band area and you'd hear Social Distortion rehearsing. Yeah. Like actually them.
There's a skate park on campus.
There was a skate park. Like I got pretty good at skateboarding.
It was a pretty rad place to work. From the outside, it had a very specific persona to it from the rest of the world, but inside it was a really cool place. We had a print shop in there, like
screen printing shop.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty cool place to grow up as a young designer and a young creative.
Yeah, it was a good era for the surf industry and a good era for designers to be working in it.
And for music too. That's when people went out.
I remember watching the Bouncing Souls record in our studios.
Yep.
As well as, there was another band. Ron Emery from TSOL recorded there.
Well, Social Distortion was frequent there.
Yeah, that was their rehearsal studio for a minute. But the most recent version of our fake Ramones band had the son of the bass player from Bad Religion.
Oh, that's what it was.
Miles, yeah. Miles was playing bass.
Yeah.
We were like, you want to keep doing this? And he goes, no. He's like, we did it.
And then we looked at each other and we're like, do we want to keep doing this?
Not really.
So.
Yeah. But then you have like an incredible band. I thought it was such a good band, which was the Japanese Motors.
That was another fun little segue in my career.
With a professional surfer in the band, right?
Yeah, slowed the music way down from the Ramones and went more rock and roll, a little more trippy, hippie.
Kind of like 70s rock and roll, but like mixed with surf pop sensibilities.
It was catchy.
It was super catchy.
It was interesting going from punk rock to rock, and then I think after that I went back to punk rock.
That's right, with
go back to the roots. But
that was with what's his name? Oh, Nost. Alex Nost.
Yeah,
Alex Nost.
He was the singer.
Yeah, great longboarder, and and you guys like toured that for years.
Got to tour internationally, and then also across the United States one too many times. Definitely got pulled over a couple times on the road. Broke down multiple times on the road. Same thing, got to play with some pretty fun bands on some of those tours. And I think the biggest thing was realizing that maybe I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
It's so funny when you like spend enough time with the same 3 dudes or whatever, you're like, I don't think I want to do this.
You're married to your bandmates.
Yeah. No offense, Shorty. It's just like touring the Hula Girls would be a nightmare for me. As fun as it is, but like, yeah. Don't need to do it all the time.
It wears on you too.
Yeah. Speaking of
just like the 4th of July.
Just like the 4th of July. So we're going to be making a cocktail from Trader Vic's.
Mm.
It's called the No Tai Mai Tai.
I'm the Thai guy.
You okay with no alcohol in this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. The other thing is you have a brand new brand. Well, not brand new.
It's matured a little bit, still top.
5 years? 10
Yeah,
years?
it's five years.
How do you like classify the apparel that you make? This is his own brand with a partner, right?
Yeah, with my business partner and cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd classify it as surf inspired, ocean inspired. I think through my maturity within the surf industry, I got into sailing. I love all things about water, so we didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves into a cheap commercial company. So we started off by making everything in the US, tried to make everything up to my standards and all the things I learned over the last 20 years of clothing design. And I think we were talking about what does success look like, and we're both artists and designers. And I think the most successful thing about having your own brand, even though it's super hard and it's difficult at times, financial struggles, ups and downs, but I think success is defined by making a product that people want and also that you're proud to give somebody. I think that's the biggest thing, is when you can put something on the table and not have to explain it away and go, hey, this is this, but it's like, hey, this has gone through the process, it's gone through all the work, all the weeds, and
but also through your like personal vision, which really guides the aesthetic.
Yeah. And that lens is the biggest part, is being able to make something that's completely generated for you, by you, not for another company. And also, it's a very insecure thing too, until you get that affirmation from somebody. You're like, hey, I dig that.
Speaking of which, you gave me a board short like a year ago. It hasn't been sold anywhere else yet.
Nope.
You've just been sitting on these things.
Yeah, we did a little test run of something that I definitely got inspired by Matt and his band and what he does now. And we actually called it the Mai Tai. And lo and behold, we both have drank too many Mai Tais in our days.
True. What's your favorite Mai Tai? You like Billy's, huh?
No. I was definitely Don the Beachcomber.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was my favorite alma mater for Mai Tais.
The kind of standard answer from people like in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach is always Billy's, and I go,
That's a panty dropper.
Panty dropper.
It's syrup and headache.
A lot of booze.
Yeah, a lot of booze and a lot of headaches.
For sure.
Bad decisions.
So I've been wearing these board shorts in the hot tub nonstop, and then I brought them with me to where did I go? The Bahamas?
Sure.
And then I brought them swimming with pigs in Bimini. Wait, Bimini? Was I Bimini?
Where's Bimini? That sounds like
It's in
something
the
you
Bahamas.
put on a boat.
Tighten up the Bimini. No, what's the other one? Nassau.
Nassau?
Nassau?
I don't know how you pronounce it.
It's Nassau. Yeah.
Okay, Nassau.
I got that wrong for a long time. I wore them in the water with pinup polymer in Nassau. Learned how to do a backflip. My buddy, the stuntman.
That's impressive.
I know. There was a guy on the trip. He's like, "You're how old? You just did a backflip?" I'm like,
something new for everyone.
Something new for everyone. But people were so stoked on this board short. Yeah. So can we show it?
Yeah, let's show it.
See it here? It is.
Here it is.
Super rad.
So this print is it's an old school, I can't say it was actually made in the 60s, but it was inspired by the 60s. It's probably 30, 40-year-old print, and it's kind of Hula Girls, but it's not. It's a spin on Aloha print.
Pin-up also.
Yeah, pin-up-y, but not too risque.
Mm-hmm.
I was immediately attracted to it because it almost looks like a camouflage, because it kind of is camouflage. The girls are camouflaged in there. And just to go along the theme of the Mai Tai, having fun, florals, did a little thing, Aloha only instead of locals only, which that was pretty fun.
I like that.
It has all our little signature details on it. Our little flag, which is our nautical flag, got this invisible zipper, kind of fun. And then we always throw our coordinates on there for the different places that we've traveled or surfed. And yeah, it's just a fun little piece, but look up the coordinates and you'll find out where these were inspired from.
Oh,
Yeah, so get yourself a pair.
very fun little piece. Yeah, I can definitely testify that they last. Certainly in the hot tub.
Yeah.
I haven't surfed in them, but they are stretchy. I'd like to surf again someday.
Let's get out there.
It's been since COVID.
Oh, that's due for a kidnapping.
I know. kidnap me to go surfing. Yeah, dude, they're super rad. And your logo is this little like
Yeah, it's
black
a
ball.
little black ball symbol. So the company's called Ola Canvas, so we just took the O from Ola and put a little dot around it. Very recognizable, very Bauhaus inspired. But yeah, super simple. We have a lot of stuff that ties back to nautical signatures and signal flags and coordinates and stuff like that. I've traveled a ton, probably too much for my wife's liking, but yeah, still.
Well, that's
still inspired by it.
That's like a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it's a different podcast. Sorry.
It is a different podcast. It's like he's traveled to like some very sketchy places.
Yeah, Somalia is probably on the top of the list, and
Somalia.
and Yemen.
Yemen, dude.
There is surf in Yemen, and there's surf in Somalia.
But you were, I think you were writing articles for Vice.
Yeah, we were doing stuff for Vice magazine. So if you guys really rewind it a little bit, like before Vice TV, Vice, all that stuff,
Yeah.
it was Vice magazine, and we do articles for them, Surfers Journal,
So
other
nerd.
stuff back when you used to get magazines in the mail.
Well, the thing that I love about these shorts and that I love about your brand is it's authentic, especially since all the surf companies were bought essentially by the same brand.
Yeah.
Authenticity no longer exists in that world, it seems like, and you're kind of like one of the small guys still like cranking out the cool stuff.
We're trying to do.
Speaking of cranking out the cool stuff, why don't we make the No Tai Mai Tai?
Let's do it.
Also, we will let you know at the end of this episode if you're interested in a pair of these.
We're going to give you guys a special code that's going to find a special place on our website where only you can find it.
Yeah. And then you can all match me when we go swimming with pigs
Yes.
in Nassau.
Nassau, yeah.
All right, so for this cocktail, we will be using lime, orange, okay,
The wrong hop.
Spanish,
What else?
pineapple juice,
Got some orgeat.
and simple syrup, which is like sugar and water.
Yeah. And
I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like this June bug that keeps flying in and out of the set here. So he shows up in the video. It's a bonus June bug. All right, so we're gonna make a non-alcoholic Mai Tai, and I'm very curious to see how this tastes. This is from Trader Vic's, so this is from the source, but it's got pineapple juice in it. So
is that a no-no at Trader Vic's?
that is a no-no. Okay, we're gonna start with 2 ounces of orange juice per cocktail. So why don't you do 2 ounces here? Oh my god.
First spill.
There's 2 there. Okay.
And it's
2 more, please. We're gonna make 2. There we go. Perfect. 1 ounce. Ah! June bug! Fucking. It was on me. Oh my god.
That's on me.
Okay, 2 ounces of pineapple juice.
Let's see if I can do this without spilling.
Okay.
All right.
So 1 per cocktail. Perfect.
There we go.
Okay. I just remember being on the top of a skyscraper in Sao Paulo
Simple. Yeah.
with like Joey Ramon's brother
Yep.
and Arturo and like our band.
Helicopters flying around everywhere.
Helicopters everywhere.
It was so dangerous to travel by streets that a lot of the rich people, just because of kidnappings and abductions, it was a real thing.
Yeah.
People would fly by helicopters to different buildings instead of taxis.
I had this watch back then too. That was like 20 years ago. And I remember opening the window and putting my arm out the thing, and like the dude we were there with, the pro skateboarder,
Yeah.
was like, "Don't roll the window down."
Yeah.
He's like, they'll steal your watch.
Yeah, we had the manager from Cheap Trick there too, remember?
Oh yeah, we thought he was kind of a goon.
Yeah, he was a goon.
Yeah, but he like managed Cheap Trick.
I'm getting angry. Yeah. He was getting angry.
He was getting angry.
Yes.
Trick. Okay, so 1/2 ounce of lime juice per cocktail. So we're gonna do 1 ounce of lime juice. You ever think we'd be doing like a YouTube show together?
No, actually, I'm making a non-alcoholic cocktail.
I never thought that would be a thing either.
Cocktail.
Mocktail. 1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
Okay.
So we need 1/2 ounce of simple syrup for 2.
Of course, you don't have the little squirter. You have in this iron bottle for a 1/2 ounce.
I know. We need the pour spout.
Or squirter.
Squirter. Okay, and then 1/4 ounce of orgeat per cocktail, so 1/2 ounce. You know what orgeat is?
No, what is it?
It's like an almond syrup.
Delicious. How do they get it?
Squeezing almonds.
Do they have like little hands squeezing it, or how do they?
It's a different brand. That's Small Hands.
Uh,
There's actually a brand called Small Hands. So that's the drink. That's a fake Mai Tai.
shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Okay, we're gonna add some pebble ice to this one. You know how to shake a cocktail?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Horizontal is kind of the key.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Keep going.
All right, this thing's for you.
Okay. Capable guy right there. We are going to use brand new cocktail glasses from TIKI Cocktails with Spike. This is the brand new channel. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. It's nothing but recipes. So no Andrew, sadly, but recipes. And this is it. It has the non-alcoholic Mai Tai. I'm curious to see if it tastes like a Mai Tai and if it does the same kind of notes as a rum Mai Tai. We'll see. Okay, and then more ice. So we're gonna do a couple of islands. You get it?
I get it.
Okay. We get a creature who's been eating all my mint, so we don't have a ton of mint, but you get a little mint here. I get a little mint here. Okay, you want a little more?
Sure.
Okay, a little smack to wake up the aroma. Tuck that in the back there. And then Trader Vic says to garnish this also with a fruit stick.
Wow. Fruit salad we're doing. Where do we put this one?
I don't know. In there somewhere. Dude, that looks like a great drink, right?
Yeah. It's a fiesta in a cup.
Here's a Breezeway cocktail hour
All right.
glass straw. Looks like a crack pipe,
It does.
but it's not.
If you've seen one before.
I've never seen one before, honestly.
What's that smell?
Crack. If you're interested in one of these things, go to surfsidesips.com, enter Breezeway in the coupon code, you get a little bit of a discount.
Right.
And so, from Trader Vic's, my buddy Andrew, the No Tai Mai Tai.
No Tai Mai Tai.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tastes like fruit juice.
Tastes like fruit juice.
It's good.
Yeah, but that can make an orange. An orange blended. What did we do wrong?
I think we just did it right. I think that's the drink.
Does have a little bit of Mai Tai to it,
Like a little bit.
but just a hint.
I think what it's missing is rum.
Oh,
But like, if you had guests over and they didn't want alcohol, it's like a good solution.
it is a good solution.
Uh-huh.
Almost maybe we muddled the mint in there, maybe.
I think it just tastes flat. Maybe like some soda water. You know, you could probably add bitters and it'd probably add something. But there's alcohol in bitters, and it's like
Yeah, it's like 40%.
yeah. But if it's like a dash, it's like there's probably more
It's almost-
alcohol in bread.
There's probably more alcohol in kombucha.
Kombucha.
Okay, let's try it again.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
The No Tai Mai Tai.
No Tai Mai Tai with soda water. I mean, I like it better.
Yeah, it's either way. I'm gonna like just sip this thing down.
Oh yeah. Like I'm not bummed on it at all.
No, it's delicious. No, I got a little mint in that one, so that's a little better.
So make this drink at home. Let me know what you think. If this is like the good solution to like a 4th of July hangover. Maybe it is.
You don't look hungover anymore. I think it's working.
It's working. I'm no longer hungover. So I don't know. Would you recommend that? If you ordered that in a bar, would you order it again?
Honestly, if I ordered it in a bar, I'd be a little disappointed because it would probably cost about $8 to $10, right, in a bar.
Yeah.
And
Even with the alcohol.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, you get a little bit of extra appetizer with your pineapple, and then you also get half a lime, and those, you know, those are about $1 a piece now in the store. So if you start adding up the fruit salad, it's not too bad of a ding on your check.
It's true. For some reason, I feel like they charge similar for mocktails as they do. Yeah, and you just go, well, what am I getting out of this? So if you're gonna get like a mocktail, you kind of expect something like special.
Yeah,
This I don't know if this is special.
I think it's missing just a tiny bit or something.
Yeah, it's not bad.
How do we end this on a positive note?
We don't have to. Make this one at home. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like it, if you don't like it. Maybe if you have somebody in your family that doesn't, drink rum, let me know what they think.
It's a good alternative. I think it needs one more little zip in there.
Rum.
Also, if you're interested in these tiki cocktails with spike glasses, we have them for sale in the store right now. And if you are interested,
Let us not forget.
what's the name of it? Oh, it's the Mai Tai.
It's the Mai Tai, yeah.
The Mai Tai shorts, dude, they're so rad. I swear.
They would go better with a Mai Tai, but
Well,
either way, you'll keep them on if you're having a no tie.
It's true. You'll keep them on. Otherwise, you don't know what's going to happen. So, click the link below to find out how to buy these rad shorts. And I wouldn't have them on the show if I didn't really, wholly, truly endorse them. They're so rad.
There you go.
So, you can match me.
Yes. There's only 100 pairs made, so
Oh,
Yeah, they're super limited. That's why we're waiting to deliver them to you viewers.
and not only that, but obviously, like in 100 pairs, there's probably only 25 of each size, or so. Yeah, it's even more limited in that regard. So, yeah, thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Super fun.
It was good.
All right.
Next time we'll play music.
Oh,
That'll be a true cocktail hour.
trees.
Cheers.
Why did I say trees?
I think you're slipping the booze behind my back.
It's like
It's boring.
it's just juice.
Yeah.
It's just like a juice drink.
What would top it off? I guess bitters would. Or
You want to try bitters? Already, that's better.
yeah, it is.
Wow.
Game changer.
Damn. That's the trick.
Yeah.
First ingredient is alcohol. Okay, well, I guess it depends on how non-alcoholic you want it to be, but this is such trace amounts
Yeah.
that it's not like you're going to get buzzed.
The flavor notes definitely tip this thing to an order again drink.
Yeah.
Well, our
Order and drink.
Yeah.
You can probably get non-alcoholic bitters also.
Yeah. There's so many good non-alcoholic things out there.
Yeah.
Like I think they make everything.
That's way better.
By yeah, it's
Just
game changer.
Game changer. All right.
Sorry, Trader Vic.